right, overfishing in the world seas over the past half a century or so is causing dwindling supplies, and that is according to new research published by researchers in Canada, the United States, and Australia. And now Standard Chartered says demand is going to outstrip supply next year, giving a direct boost to fisheries companies. Let's find out more from Nirgunan Tiruchelvam. He's an equities analyst at Standard Chartered, joining us right here on set. Really interesting, given that you're not a meat eater, you're not a fish eater, so yet you're actually seeing 40% upside in one stock, Thai Union frozen products.
That's correct. We are optimistic on the prospects of this company. For one, we are optimistic on fish prices, and Thai Union frozen is a direct play on rising fish prices.
But ultimately, is this the new bubble that's going to happen in these? Earlier we had the commodities, and then we had soft commodities. Is this something that's going to happen in the next 1 to 2 years? But aren't shrimp and aren't fish growing in these fish farms?
They are growing, but demand is outstripping supply. Demand is growing at 10%. Supply is not growing as fast. So it is clear that supply has improved.
How much of this is really related to China and, the whole idea of feeding a billion-plus population in China, another billion or so in India?
China is clearly one of the biggest drivers of fish demand, but also in the West, many people are consuming more fish because fish is seen to be a healthier alternative to other forms of protein. And on a pricing point, fish is actually cheaper than the other sources of protein. So that's an important driver of demand.
Right, considering how pricey it's getting to have a sirloin steak. I hear you. Yes. But why this company, Thai Union Frozen Products, why this company? You're putting at a price target of 75 baht or so. You also have the strong baht. So if you get into it at a relatively weak Thai baht, you're getting potential more upside, I guess.
That's right. We have upside of about 35% on this stock. We are optimistic because the market is missing some key variables in the valuation. The market is missing that this is a branded consumer play. It is a company which has just acquired MW Brands, which is one of the best branded plays for European fish. It controls the John West brand, which is the #1 fish brand in Europe.
But I think even though this acquisition of MW Brands probably expands their distribution network, especially into the European markets, the fact that they get 90% of their revenue from overseas market, that creates a lot of dollar volatility, right?
Certainly. The direction of the Thai baht is an important determinant of its prospects, but that has to be taken into account when you make this investment decision.
Okay, so what to do, though? Ultimately, you have a lot of dollar volatility, and given that the Thai baht, let's delve a little bit more into this. It's up about 10% against the U.S. dollar. So whatever they sell, it gets lost in translation in the Forex markets.
That's correct. For the strengthening of the Thai baht is obviously going to be a negative for this company. But even if you discount that risk, the fact is that this is a very important play on rising fish demand. At 10 times FY11 earnings, it is fantastic value compared to some other branded consumer plays in the region.
Okay, so if that's the case, you say that this company is great because two of their core products, tuna and shrimp,
yes,
and they're going to come in sharp shortage very soon.
That's absolutely correct. Tuna and shrimp are in short supply. Demand is outstripping supply. The demand is driven by the need for healthier alternatives to meat, as well as the increased consumption in China and other emerging markets.
Yeah, but investors have not so far shown as much love towards this stock. Well, pretty soon, maybe they'll start looking at fish and a lot of fish products. Well heard. Thank you so much for that. Nirgunan Tiruchelvam there from Standard Chartered saying that fish prices are going to shoot through the roof pretty soon, and it's time to get into some of the fishery stocks like the one that we talked about.